I was at the 2nd Avenue in Columbia, Maryland. I'm picking up a teapot here. It was really cute, and I'm not going to show it, but I did comp that teapot to see if it was worth it because it was really unusual, and it wasn't going to be worth flipping. I think it sold online for about $15. So at $7.99, that was not going to work. I also looked at that cute little picture that looked like white grapes. I love wooden bowls, but this one had glitter, maybe glued to it, so that was out. And I'm also really into butter dishes. Sorry, I didn't show you me flipping that over. It was actually really lightweight and maybe not that vintage. So I'm just kind of scanning. I sort of let my eyes do the walking when I shop the shelves, and I kind of hope that my eye will hone in on something that I've seen before or I recognize. Nice view of the shelf there. I do like these big Tupperware bowls, but I have several of those that have not sold yet, so I didn't bother checking that out. And I don't do a lot with souvenir pieces. I can see that I'm going to slow down more the next time I take you guys shopping with me. Also, I love spoon rests, but that one was, I believe, more modern and a little bit worn. So sometimes I check out the water bottles because my kids tend to lose theirs a lot. I don't usually find very valuable ones. You're getting a little snapshot of my cart. My footage actually is not fully sequential because I'm still figuring out this process. This was so cute. I did end up picking this up. I wasn't sure what the signature said. It looked like B. Hayden, but I have not found that actual maker yet. You can see a couple of things I picked up in other clips of footage that you'll probably see out of order. That's what happens when you're new to something. I do really like the canister section at this store. They do end up having a lot of cute things. And here's some more fall scrap, which I don't have good luck with, so I don't tend to buy it. But look at this beautiful little serving piece, which I'm showing the bottom of off camera. This is the second piece by this maker, whose name escapes me at the moment, that I have found recently. So I decided not to pick it up because I remembered that it wasn't extremely valuable and I already have one to sell. And this was actually made in China, this beautiful set. There's a larger serving bowl that goes with that maybe dip bowl that I just put up there. I do eventually reunite them, you'll see. Or you'll see part of it anyway. So I thought that was vintage, but yeah, that speckled glaze fooled me, but it wasn't. It seemed like a decent quality piece, but huge to ship. And since it wasn't a famous vintage maker, probably not worth shipping for me. I've actually never seen these Pyrex pitchers with these lemons and limes on them before. I'm not doing a good job of showing them to you. Maybe I'll show them to you in the cart. But they were super cute. And part of that is that I'm very short. So I was really excited about them. Maybe that's why my camera work is so wild. This was really, really pretty. I can't say I have great luck with pieces like this one, but I did think about it quite a bit. I think it was made in Japan, or appeared to be. And I've been watching a lot of YouTubers myself for years, and they always talk about how hard it is to handle the camera and the pieces, and they are right. It's not as easy as it looks. I don't know why we're back on this teapot again. Maybe I comped it after this second look. So adorable. I love that 3D relief wave. This mug was really, really cute. That speckled glaze. And this piece I do believe I did put in my cart. Really cute. This situation here, that's BBP. This situation here is not good. We have to bring our own bags. And I just perched everything on top of each other like one of the more famous YouTubers does. And it used to always make me crazy when she did that. But I've been pretty lucky so far, as she has been. That looked like some 80s flutes with those black bottoms. And these reminded me of Bormioli. I don't think they were Bormioli because they didn't have a mark, but they did remind me of Bormioli. You can see the flashes coming away, and Bormioli has actual colored glass and not flash. So now I'm in the plates. And you might hear my dog in the background here. During this voiceover, he's getting into things, probably to distract me from what I'm doing. It's working. They have a pretty good candle section here, so I'm checking out some of the candles. Those totally fooled me. They were not vintage, not even close. And I think this was soapstone. Again, kind of a souvenir type piece, and there was only one. So as beautiful as it was, I decided to leave it behind. You guys will have to try to forgive me and be patient with my camera work. This is pretty much the first time I've made a shopping video. And shopping in real time is usually a quick event for me, but I need to slow down so you guys can see what I'm seeing. And I'll learn to do that. You can always hope to find a sterling candlestick. That one was not. There might be a few more things in my cart. There's a terracotta fairy light type luminary, which was really sweet. Now, I don't find a lot in this aisle, but recently I did find a really cool George Briard piece here, so now I have to check it every time. Sometimes you might find art in this aisle or neat things that don't have a ton of value, like staplers or stationery or playing cards, although I don't think those had a lot of value, so they stayed behind. Oh, this was cute. This was like a punched tin lantern or like a votive holder, but it was very light and appeared to be very new, and I actually think that it didn't have the thrift store price tag on it, so I gave up, because they often will not sell you an item if it doesn't have a price tag. More candle stuff. We often see empty yogurt containers in the candle section. And yes, they do have price tags. I feel like I should start selling my yogurt containers. I could really monopolize that market. The glaze on this was really, really pretty. I don't know if that was supposed to have a lid or not, but it didn't have that certain something that I would look for, that standout feature. These were really, really cool, and I almost got them. I don't buy a lot of clear glass. I don't know a lot about clear glass. Now that I'm looking at them, I kind of wish I had picked them up because they were really lovely and quite heavy. Sometimes you do find some cool candles over here. But you can see that one is a little wonky. Those braided gold ones were really neat, but that one was like literally bent and missing some of the gold. Planters, vases. One of my favorite things to pick up is vases. That one kind of had me fooled, but it wasn't worth it. I do like the wooden aisle, although it's such a hodgepodge. But this piece was really, really lovely. My guess is it's from maybe the 60s or 70s. And that went right in the cart. It was too beautiful to pass up. I've never seen that one before. And this piece reminded me of a piece I have by a famous potter. I believe his name is Larry Shep. And I was trying to remember if that's how he signed his name. So I had to look it up, and it turns out it was not the same potter. So I put that piece back because it was kind of heavy, kind of chunky. I thought this was really interesting. I kind of like chickens as a motif, but he was really badly chipped on part of his beak. Wow, I am sure you guys are getting dizzy, so please forgive me. Be gentle in your remarks. I haven't done this before. This was beautiful. Chipped, sadly, but really lovely. I don't think I addressed the little baggies this time. So many of the items in them get broken, and I just find it brings my morale way down. So I skipped them this time around, I confess. Leave me a comment down below if you've ever found anything really cool in the baggies. I'll try to include some footage of those next time. Even if we don't find anything, it is fun to look. This type of pottery fools me all the time, that botanical type pottery, and it's almost always modern. This vase, which is not that clearly in the shot, again, a little too fast, but that did make it to the cart in spite of the sort of high price, just because it was so beautiful. It was actually really well done. A nice weight to it, beautiful colors, the cobalt blue stripe on the kind of lilac glass was just chef's kiss. I don't know what was going on with this piece. It was sort of like stoneware. You can see it's chipped on the rim. I think I would have bought it if it hadn't been chipped because it was really different. I know some people have good luck with chipped items. If you've ever sold anything that was chipped, let me know if you think it's worth picking things up that are damaged. I had to get this mug for my husband because we have a Brittany Spaniel, and that was a Brittany, and it said best friend on it. So how could I skip that? Now, if I could just point my camera up, there we go. Great job, Liz. These were recycled glass made into beer glasses, and they kind of reminded me of, well, they're supposed to remind you of the periodic table in a certain famous TV show, I suppose, because beer was spelled with 2 squares from the periodic table. And I know a lot of resellers don't like mugs, but I love them. And, you know, I do have several booths in an antiques mall, and the mugs do sell there regularly. And if they're really special, then I do sell them online as well. Dolls are not something I know a lot about, and they are not something I've had a lot of luck with. Look how cute this little camel is. Oh, he's off camera. I'll figure it out. I think he was damaged. He might have been missing one of his baskets, but he was really cute. I couldn't tell if he was a souvenir piece or made by oh God, help us all. Oh my gosh. I just had to show you guys that. That's my life right there. This was a cute little trinket box. I prefer the smaller ones and the older ones, but they had some cute figurines, but not a lot of things that really stopped me in my tracks. That is not Pendleton, but super cute little rabbit. And I'm trying desperately with one hand to see something. Oh, this bird's foot had slipped from his mount, and I was trying to help him, but it was impossible to do with one hand. He was modern, or he would have come home with me and I would have fixed him at home. I don't sell a lot of modern things, probably because I sell on Etsy, so I can't. I can sell things like that in my booth, but I'm a little more picky about what more modern things I pick up. For a while, this swan was in my cart, but I ended up comping it and it really wasn't worth picking up. This bowl was just beautiful. I think it says Israel. I like the pattern on it. I like the shape on it. Very mid-century. And that I did pick up. Oh, there's the shelf again. So I have started going back down the aisles. I don't think I ever did that before, which sounds crazy to me now because probably about 6 months ago, I found a really rare mid-century enamel bowl because I went back through the aisles. And I think I went back through because I was really disappointed in my shopping trip. And now I always go back through because they do kind of like the ninja restock where you didn't even see them come through, but all of a sudden there's new stuff on the shelves. So we're redoing some of the aisles to make sure we didn't miss anything. Okay, so that was just so unusual, this unicorn lucite thing, but it wasn't special. It was maybe something you'd buy for a kid. And this was so 80s. Some do Richard Simmons, some do Jane Fonda. I do Sarah Lee. I just had to share that blast from the past. Oh, I rang the bell, but we're doing a voiceover, so. More cowbell? I guess less cowbell. Creepy rabbits are always in style. Now, I always buy these glow-in-the-dark jellyfish paperweights. I mean, you can sell them like locally. People really enjoy them. Kids like them. Adults like them. Or you can sell them online too. This was a really cute little ceramic plaque. And I almost bought it. I wish I could see who it was made by right now for you guys. I don't recall the maker, and it wasn't someone that we would probably be super familiar with. I think I put it in my cart and then I put it back because I wasn't sure I'd have great luck with it. And I do pick up quite a few items and I get a little backlogged. Most resellers are familiar with the death pile. This cat plate was awesome. If it were not so huge, it would have been worth picking up. But I do free shipping in my shop. And I know everyone has strong opinions about that. But I was strongly encouraged to do that. And this, with my luck, someone in Alaska would have bought this Catzilla plate. And I would have paid through the nose, so to speak, on that shipping. So I did put it back, even though it kind of hurt me. And at $15, I didn't think the local market was going to be strong enough. That's a cute little dish. I don't know why I didn't. Did I look closer at that dish? I guess we'll find out. It's even a mystery for me. Oh, this other coaster is great. Let me see. Stop petting my peeves.